Ever wanted to be a superhero? Well, here are 3 superpowers that you can literally start using in your life today to live the best life possible. And firstly, let's remember one of those days, and everyone's had this, one of those days and one of those thoughts. Because here's the thing, remember back when you had one of those thoughts that didn't even happen. You imagined the scenario that was completely fake and made up, yet you got upset. You got sad or angry because you imagined that something happened and it didn't even happen. It's not real, right? Well, here's the thing. What if we did the opposite? If you can imagine a fake scenario to make yourself sad or angry or upset in any way, then why not just do the opposite? Why not imagine scenarios that make you inspired, motivated, feel like you're the best? I mean, imagine if you simply imagine yourself super hard, winning the gold medal. You get the belt around your waist because you just won. Let's go. Doesn't that make you feel a bit more confident? A bit more inspired? A bit more motivated? And you can imagine whatever fake scenario you can come up with. Be as creative as you want, as you can, to imagine the personalized version which motivates you to become the best. And a lot of the people were like, but it's fake, it's fake. Well, here's the funny thing. All of our reality is simply a creation of our mind. So if you think about it, you don't see the outside world. Your eyes are simply picking up photons and then your mind creates the image that you see. And so everything is just a creation of your mind. Same way, you hear things, well, there is sound waves that your ear picks up and then your brain creates what it thinks it sounds like. And so everything that we experience is a creation of our mind. And so if we use this to create things within our mind, they are just as real as reality itself. So if you imagine yourself having 10 women love you, you're gonna be a lot more confident in yourself than if you imagine yourself, being alone and no one ever loving you. And so if you reframe things, you create these false scenarios, you can become superhuman. Basically, you can always be motivated because you can always just imagine a scenario that motivates you. You can always be confident because you can always just imagine a scenario that makes you confident, and so on. Isn't that amazing? So go do it. And secondly, the second superpower that you can gain is to do what everyone else is scared of. Think about that. If you use the first superpower to eliminate fear, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna imagine a scenario, boom, I go and slay the dragon, boom, dragon slayed, you have become the greatest warrior of all time. Now you're confident, now you don't feel fear, you don't fear whatever is in front of you, because you just imagine, you know what, I'm the greatest. Boom. Right? And you use that, and then after you use that, now the thing is you use it to do things that other people are scared of doing. That's the second superpower. Because when you do things that other people are scared of doing, funnily enough, you get prizes that no one else gets. You win competitions what no one else is even competing in. You get stories that no one else can tell. I mean, think about that. What makes an impressive story? The fact that you're the only person to ever experience it? Or the fact that everyone's done it? A story about brushing your teeth is not very entertaining because everyone's done that. But a story about going and, conquering the world, being the next Alexander the Great or Napoleon, now that's a fantastic story. So if you do what other people are scared of doing, you simply get things which no other people get. And so the next time everyone around is scared, they're like, you know what, I don't want to start the business, I'll just go the traditional route. Maybe you should start the business. See where it goes. Worst case scenario, you get a story to tell that no one else can tell. Best case scenario, you get the amazing prices of owning that business, of running this big business. So in either case, you win. No matter what happens, no matter the case, you win. Think about that. The next time you're in a room, there's a beautiful woman and no one is brave enough to approach her. What if you do it? Once again, best case scenario, you just got the prettiest woman in the history of humanity because you were the only person who was brave enough to talk to her. Worst case scenario, she says no and your life goes on. And you know what? You gain respect from everyone because everyone's like, yo, no one else had the balls to do that, yet this guy did. You did. And boom, you gain respect. And so when you do what other people are scared of doing, you just gain things. You just win in general. You just win because you always get a story that no one else can tell and you always win prizes that no one else can win. Amazing. And here's the third part that you can combine as well. The third superpower that you can learn that makes you completely unstoppable. And this is such a secret of the universe that the FBI might come after me after I tell this to you. You don't need a reason nor hope to do it. They're not knocking at the door yet. But basically, instead of wasting your time thinking of a reason why should you start the business, why should you talk to that woman, why should you do this, why should you post content on social media, instead of using your limited time on this planet and the limited and finite resources of energy that you have in each day on thinking about what reason will I come up with, or where can I find hope? Oh, I'm looking for hope. Oh, what if you just do it? Because here's the thing, you don't need a reason to do it, nor do you need hope that it will go well and succeed. You can still just do it. You can still just take the action and do it. Think about that. You can believe that you will lose in every way imaginable if you open the door right there. But once you open the door, you might realize that there's a whole new world that you've never seen there, out there, that you can explore. Because you simply did the action. Boom. You didn't need a reason. You didn't need hope. You just did it. And now you get the best end result that you can get. So the next time you're there wondering, should I do this, should I do that, oh, what reason, oh, I need to come up with a reason to, start the business, excuse to tell my family or something, or maybe I need to, find some glimmer of hope that maybe I'll succeed. No, you don't. You can just start and take action. And if you combine these three superpowers, you imagine fake scenarios to make you confident, motivated, inspired, whatever emotion you want. And when people say, oh, but it's not real, well, here's the thing. In the end, the only truth that matters is if you won or lost. And if believing a few false things leads to you winning, that's a price worth paying. And secondly, you use that to do things that no one else is even brave enough to do. No one else is courageous enough. Everyone else is too much of a coward except you. And then you, instead of looking for a reason to do it or hope that you'll succeed, you just do it. And with the combination of these three things, you can become Superman and fly in the sky. You can literally become real life Superman and win. Be like Batman and win. Think about that. What's Batman's superpower? Man's confident, believes in himself, rich as fuck, but like, you can just become Batman. And so go out there, chase your dreams, stay disciplined, and have a fantastic day.